Ta-da! Hi, this is Carol from Innovate Training, and this is From the Classroom to the Kitchen Nook. This is session 14, and we did a little break for the Christmas holiday, so we took a week off, and I hope you had a wonderful holiday. And this is going to be our last session for 2020. And we've had a year, and I'm not going to gripe about it because I'm sure we've all heard enough griping and moaning about about a lot of things. But I'm going to look fresh into year 2021. So let's get started. Today what we're going to talk about are percentages, understanding percentages. So before I do that, let me explain why. Why do we need to understand percentages, and why is it important to be able to figure out percentages? And why is this shortcut that I'm going to show you important for you to understand? Why does somebody like you or somebody like me need to calculate percentages? You know, we all have calculators. The restaurants calculate the tip themselves now, and we all have tax people, at least some of us do. And, you know, why do we need to figure it out? You know, we're coming up to a time of year where it's time to submit our tax returns, calculating our write-offs, and figuring out just how much our tax preparer is going to get paid or they're going to take out based on a percentage. So it's always good to know ahead of time. So, more reasons. Suppose I asked you this question. Suppose you're a student and you had to pass a test by 70%. And you weren't sure how many questions you had to get right based on a test that had maybe 140 questions. Well, if you knew percentages, if you knew how to do this, you would be able to figure that out. Or perhaps you missed a total of 8 days in a semester, and you're not sure if you have enough lab time to qualify to pass the course, needing 75% of your lab time. So, there you go. So let's get started. I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to show you different ways, no matter what information is missing. Okay? And I'll explain what that means. Percentages are very easy. And if you know this formula, I'm telling you, it's going to be really easy. I learned this in grade school, and this teacher taught me, and I've never seen it taught this way exactly. And I teach my students this way because it's simple. All right, so it's a simple formula, and it's just a matter of making sure you put in your numbers in the right place. So let's take a simple one first. So let's say you took a test with 86 questions, and you got 17 questions incorrect. Okay, so if you had 86 questions on your test that you took, and you got 17 wrong, how many questions did you get correct? How do we figure that out? We need to subtract, right, the 17 from the 86, which gives us 69. Okay? So we got 69 questions correct compared to the 86 questions that were on the test. So I'm writing it out as a percentage because I'm going to write the percentage as a fraction. Did I say percentage? I meant fraction. So this is the missing information. I'm going to put X for the missing information. That's our variable. And 100. Now let me explain why I did this. Whenever you say percent, the word percent means per 100. So if I have 10%, I have 10 per 100. So I would write 10 over 100. And actually that's what this little symbol means. This little symbol here, it means 100. Okay? So I need to figure out what percentage I got on the test. I got 69 correct, 86 questions in all, and I need to figure out what my percentage is. So it's really easy when you use this formula. Whatever information you have, whatever two numbers cross each other, you want to get your handy dandy calculator out, of course. Whatever two numbers cross each other, so the 69 and the 100 crosses each other. So you want to multiply those two numbers. So 69 times 100 equals, it's easy, right? 6,900, right? And then whatever number is left, so we've used this one, we've used this one. Whatever number is left is this, we're going to divide by. Okay? So we're going to divide by 86. So the 6,900 divided by 86. And that gives us 6,900 divided by 86 equals, now it gives us a number that looks like this. 80.2325581. Now, of course, we don't want to use this long number. I want to round it down. Now, I can round it down to the hundredth place, or I can just round it down to the tens place. So, I'm just going to round it down to the tens place. Now, since this number is 2, what becomes of this number? We round it down, and it just wipes this one out. Just wipes it out and becomes 80%. If this was 5 and up, this would go up to 81. Okay? So, what percent did I get on this test? I got 80%. Okay? So, in this calculation, the percentage is the missing information. All right? So let's do another one. All right. So, another one. I need to have 76% of my light bill paid in order for them to give me an extension. That's not really true, but you know. So 76%. So what information do I have? I have 76%. So that information is not missing. So I can write 76 over 100. My bill is totaled $481. So I have the total amount, $481. So I need to know how much I need to pay in order to get that extension. So what information is missing? The information missing is how much I need to pay. So what two numbers cross each other? The 481 and the 76. So we're going to take that 481 and multiply it by the 76. And that gives us $36,556. Now I don't have to pay that much. Fix that. 36,000. Now what am I going to do? Remember, I cross-multiplied, and then I need to divide by the remaining number. What number did I not use? It was the 100. So the 36,556 is divided by 100. And again, you can do this simply by just moving your decimal point, or you could use your calculator. And that gives me $365.56. So I'm going to use my hundredths place because this is money, and money we have the cents. So $365.56 is how much I need to pay. In fact, I'll put it up here. 365.56. Now that means 365.56 over 481 equals 76 over 100. These are fractions that equal each other. So 76% of this is that. So that's how much I would need to pay to get my extension. Okay? Okay, so let's try another one. Miss Anders states that she has 16% of her students who received a C or less on the test. Okay? So, 16%. So what information do we have so far? We have 16%. So I can write the 16 up here. and I can write the 100 because I have 16%. And we want to know how many students. Now, she gives a number. She says, I got 12 students who got C's. So we got 12 students who got C's. We got 2 students who got D's. And we got 1 student who got an F. All right? So, in order to figure out how many students who got a C or less, what do I need to do? I need to add these together, right? So 12, 13, 14, 15 students got a C or less. Okay? So that gives me this information. What information is that's missing now is how many students took the test. All right? So go ahead and erase that. We don't need that information. So again, notice the formula is the same. Whatever 2 numbers cross each other. In this case, the 15 and the 100 crosses each other. So what do we do there?
Multiply.
I heard everybody say multiply. So 100 times 15 is 1,500. Am I correct?
Correct.
All right. Then what do we do with the remaining number?
You multiply the 100 times that? Divide it.
Divide
yes.
it.
That's
We
what I meant.
divide it by the remaining number. The remaining number, we use this one, we've used this one. The remaining number is the
16.
16. So now we divide that 1,500 by the 16. 1,500 divided by 16 equals. I get 93.75. I guess 2/3 of a person took a test. So, since we want a whole number here, what do I do with this 93? I want to round it up.
Round it up.
So, do I round this? Does this stay at 3 or does that go to 4?
Goes to 4.
It goes to 4 because this is 5 or more.
Higher.
So, how many students took the test?
94.
94 students. So 94 students took the test. 16% of them got a C or less, which means 15 of them got C's or less. Okay? All right. So percentages. Let me write these formulas once more on the board so you can copy it down. And I'm going to use a simple number. So let's say I need to know what 10% of 100 is. What is 10%? 10 over 100. That's the missing information. What is 10% of 100? All right. Pause it and write it down. Okay. Next one is what percent is 85 of 146? Okay? So the missing information is the percent. So I'm going to go over here and put an X over there. And I've got the part. This is the part. Oops. Sorry about that. And this is the whole. So the part is always the numerator. The denominator is the whole, 146.
Is that 85 or 86 at the top?
Oops. My bad.
You were testing me, huh?
I was testing, I was seeing if you were paying attention. So that's the formula if you want to know what percent a part is of the whole. Okay? Next one is 34 is 65% of what? Okay? So 34 is 65% of what? So I have the part, I have the percent, I'm missing the whole. So, over here, what do I write under a percentage? This is my percent.
100%. 65 over the top.
65 over here.
And then you write 34 on the top,
Uh-huh.
and you're looking for the bottom number.
And I'm looking for the bottom number. Very good. So, 3 different perspectives, or 3 different approaches to a percentage. Cross multiply and then divide. Cross multiply and then divide. Cross multiply and then divide. Always cross multiply whatever 2 numbers cross each other and then divide by the remaining number. Very simple. Okay? So I'm going to leave you at that. Next week, session 15, which will be next year, we're going to talk about some more math shortcuts. I have a few more math shortcuts I can show you. I did not do too well at math when I was in school. So what I had to do is I had to create shortcuts, or I had to learn shortcuts. That's something I learned. I didn't create this. But I've also created some that helped me make it through some of these courses that I had to make through. So, join us next session. We'll go over, again, some more math shortcuts. And this is Carol Peugeot from Innovate Training. This is From the Classroom to the Kitchen Nook. And we'll see you next week, or next year. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for lots of good stuff coming your way.